As we all know, marriage is between two people and, of course, God being the third person in a marriage. And as we go through marriage, especially as Christians, we face with everyday difficulties and challenges that we face. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about 5 ways or 5 secrets in which you can apply to your relationship, to your marriages, so that you can actually see yourself walking in the will of God, the way God has designed marriage. We're going to be talking about this 5 secrets. Anyway, it's not going to be a secret anymore because we're going to be sharing it with you today on this episode of Married and Committed podcast. My name is Tunde Olaniwekun, and I have my wife here, Masitori, joining us as usual. You know how we roll. Yes.
Welcome, everybody. I'd like to thank you for watching us from wherever you are. We are starting another day again. We're gonna dig it in and see how we can help couples in their marriages.
Absolutely. So without wasting too much time in this episode today, we're going to be giving you 5 tips, like I said. So we're moving from it being secrets, moving it to tips that we want to share, that we've applied in our marriage, in our 19 years of marriage. We're still currently applying all of these principles and also looking into the Word of God, the way God has designed marriage to be. What are the key factors that we need to be very cognizant of for us to live a fulfilling married life? So number one, which it's not actually happening, by chance that we even put it as the number one, is on communication. Effective communication. Effective communication in any marriage is extremely important, for any marriage to be healthy, to have that rewards of what a marriage should truly, look like, should really feel like. You need to communicate effectively.
Yes.
And you get to a point whereby you need to ask yourselves, both couples, to say, are we really communicating the way that we're supposed to communicate?
Yes.
What are the things that we're doing? What are the things that we're not doing? Are we speaking about those things? Are we looking at root causes of the issues? Are we talking about them? Because we find it so easy to get carried away in the midst of all this and try to bottle things, in your heart and not talking about it. So, sweetheart, I'm gonna ask you, like, when we reflect back and check in our experience, how has communication been with us? When we started out at first, remember this our podcast is actually for couples who are newly married, the ones who have even been married for long, because you want to, put some spices into your relationship, because it's a work that you put in daily. So I want us to reflect back and see how we had started. How did we go about communicating, in our marriage for us to get to where we are now?
You know what? I would say our communication was like open communication from the beginning.
Right.
Because I remember we were friends when we started, right? Then we were talking a lot. So I'm like, our communication was like a thing that, how do I put it? Like something like it. We never had to struggle to communicate.
Right.
And the thing is that at that time, I feel like anything, when you get to know somebody, that's the time that you communicate more.
Yes.
Because remember, you are trying to get to know this person.
Yes.
You see, so on us when we started, I don't think we did have difficulties of communications. You know?
And if
we can like how do I put it? When we communicated, it was like, even though it's a sort of a form of question, like I want to ask him this, I want to ask him that. I know some people, it might be difficult as they're getting to know each other. It's like, is it too early for me to ask this? Is it too early for us to? But the thing is that now you become one. Whatever you feel like you want to talk about,
yeah,
it's like, I don't have to be scared.
yes,
I don't have to be scared. Sometimes, in a place like the way we met,
hmm,
like we are from another country, I'm from South Africa. Sometimes like, oh, I don't know if I ask him like this, will he be getting mad? Oh no, it's not time for me to ask. You see,
yeah,
so those are the things that I feel like, no, we were open from the beginning. Anything that we wanted to talk about, it was just we're
just
going on
we
for
were
it.
going for it. Yes,
Yes.
that was how we started because I remember vividly when we met, we were very open to each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it was from speaking, you know, that actually brought us to where we are. We were
Yeah.
speaking about each other's background. We literally spoke about, if not 100% of the whole of our lives, but
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks that we met, it's like we've known each other for, say the past 5
Yeah.
years and all
and
that.
and remember at that time, like I see now in the society, it's all about, okay, when you start dating, oh, check, what does he bring on the table, what does he have,
Mm,
or what is he educated. I don't think those were none of our
yeah,
concern, like,
right.
what is he gonna bring, what does he have, what I have, is it gonna work. We're just going with the flow.
Yeah,
But like, as I'm saying that, some people, when they get to know each other, they want to start off there. Like, okay, no, let me see what he has. Let me
yeah,
see what she can bring. Let me see what I have. Is it gonna work? Our relationship started on a zero. I
yes.
mean, like zero, like,
Right from the ground,
yeah,
and we
exactly.
building up
We're
from
building it
what
up,
we've
yeah.
known
Mm-hmm.
about each other. And I get what you're saying because I think, the way things are unfolding when you say the society, you have a high percentage of, divorces, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look deeply into the things, some of the issues that cause,
Mm-hmm.
divorce is like lack of communication. People don't talk about
Yeah.
things. They bottle a lot of stuff in their
Yeah.
heart that you'd have to deal with alone.
Mm-hmm.
And, even the research actually shows it that couples who speak more about their issues would actually resolve things better than the
Yeah.
ones
Who don't?
who don't,
Or maybe
because
sometimes it's like, oh, I'm scared to ask him, or I'm scared of talking about this. How is he gonna look at me? Remember, you are starting something,
absolutely.
you are starting a relationship. So if you're gonna keep it and you're not gonna ask because you don't want him or her to feel like, oh, I don't want him to think like this. Let him think like that, but let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Because you might be thinking that, oh no, I don't want to ask him this, or no, I don't. Talk. Let's talk about it. Put it on
Absolutely.
the table.
Put it on the
At
table.
least
Yeah.
he or she will be able to understand that, oh, probably the way, if I don't talk or communicate my feelings or my thoughts or anything, how is it going to help me? You understand?
That's right.
How is he going to help me if he doesn't know? And I'm always assuming that, oh no, I'll get to it someday. Oh, we just met. Yes, we just met.
Yes.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. And if I reflect back also, because definitely I'm only going to use what we have experienced to
Mm-hmm.
relate or to share with the people. There were times that I knew I was dealing with, wasn't communicating effectively.
Mm-hmm.
There was a way that I thought I would do things and it will have a ripple effect.
Okay.
So now we're still on communication, and now these are the disadvantages of not communicating. I
Mm-hmm.
remember maybe sometimes we had issues, you
Okay.
know, and I'm not talking about it. I bottled this thing, and there's this game, if I may say, or there's this way that I would respond to things, just walking away.
Oh yeah.
Remember, you had an issue with that, um, and it was just something that I thought was one of the best way to deal with issues. Like, okay, if you've argued about something or there was some issues that is so right in my heart that I wanted to speak about, but on the contrary, I'm like, you know what? I don't want it to lead to confrontation or lead to, you know, some quarrel and all of that. I'll be like, okay, just walk away.
Oh,
Just
I
walk away.
think
We
those
remember
are
that.
those are
And
the
I know you used to find it like crazy, like, no, now you're walking away. You're not gonna speak about this thing because you want to talk.
exactly that's
You
yeah
are
that,
more of the talker. Like, let's talk about this
yeah,
thing.
because
Like,
imagine we are having something that we are trying to resolve, or misunderstanding or argument,
mhm,
and you walk away. What does that say? Like, you don't care? Don't you want this to be resolved?
that's right.
And you see, if you walk, the walking away, the keeping silent is not helping in
Oh,
communication.
yes,
You see
yes.
those two things. And now, if, like, as he's saying, I'm the person that, let's talk about it, let's table this thing and get to the end of it. But if you decide to keep quiet or you walk away, oh, that can, like you said, it
Lead to so
leads
many,
to so many things.
yeah,
Because now
negative things
I'm ready
bringing
to
into the
talk. You don't
marriage.
want to talk. You want to walk away. I'm gonna be mad.
That's right.
I'm gonna be mad. And I remember those days. I will even be physical because I mean,
Yeah.
let's talk. Why are you leaving? You
Yeah,
know?
because I
Okay.
remember vividly. You literally blocked me
Yeah, I'll
on the door.
block. I'm
Like,
like,
where do you think you're
yeah,
going?
where are you going?
Where
Let's
are
talk
you
about
going?
this. You
Let's talk
understand?
about this.
Let's
You're
talk
not
about
going
this.
anywhere.
Now you are going. When you come back, you think like, okay, you think I'm gonna be cooled off, and then that's when you wanna talk. That's when I don't wanna talk. Then
That's right.
you know,
I remember. And for me, it was such a that was like my way of
thinking that it's right. You
thinking
are
like
doing
it's
the right.
right that this is the way I'm gonna deal with this issue. I'm gonna. There was something that you mentioned earlier on, silent treatment. Yes,
Yeah.
I was a very good one when it comes to that, and that really gets to her like real bad. Like I love playing that silent treatment, but I tell you, if you are in that space, giving your partner the silent treatment, be ready for the consequences. And when I say consequences, I mean consequences that could lead you to the verge of divorce.
Yeah.
Because this is what we've experienced. Because it's very easy not to have that intention to
Yeah.
communicate with your partner, with your spouse, with your wife, and walk away. You playing the silent treatment. Remember what the Bible says in the book of Ephesians 4:29. It says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouth, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." So when you're speaking to one another, you're not going to be using words to tear each other down, but you would have to talk
Yes.
as adults, as matured people, as a Christian that you are, that the mandate that God has put before you as couples, you're really taking time to play your part.
Yeah.
And how do you play your part? You want to speak effectively, you want to communicate effectively. I remember some of the times how I've played out to give the silent treatment. I know some of the things that were not good that it
Yeah.
has led to, because
Like
it actually opens you up
that's where
to.
I want to go. That, you
Okay,
know
maybe
what?
go there
If you
before I
don't,
touch. Yeah,
before if you walk away or you keep silent, you are walking away to somewhere.
that's right.
You are keeping
Even
silent.
if you
You are
don't
going to
plan,
talk to somebody
sweetie,
else. That's
even if you
where,
don't plan it, because
yes.
the enemy knows how. The enemy is so crafty, because it is at that moment when you walk away that you're going to be having a door to walk into.
Exactly.
You'll be
That's
having
my
some
point.
hands to
That's where,
walk
yeah.
into. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That
Yes.
you keeping silent, you walk away. You are walking away to go. Not like you plan to go talk to somebody. But you
Yes.
walk away, you end up what you're supposed to be talking about to your partner,
Partner.
you start talking to somebody outside. You
Yes.
get what I'm saying? And then if you don't, you keep silent in the house, you're gonna be talking outside. And
Yes.
now that's where, even though it's a friend,
Yes.
whether male, whether female, now into your relationship or marriage, this third party knows what's going on in your
Absolutely.
marriage. You know?
And directly or indirectly, there's already the influence going
Yes.
on. You know,
Yep.
you're already influencing your relationship with your partner if you allow yourself to be speaking to, oh, I got this friend. It doesn't matter if the friend is male or female. Yes, they would have different consequences. For example, being a male, I walk away from my wife and I'm at work, speaking to a female colleague, and there's going to be that form of empathy, oh, Tunde, I didn't know you're going through this stuff. It's going to be good and all that. And now, unknowingly, you start developing a kind of a feeling, a kind of a longing for this partner, for this friend of yours. It could be a colleague, it could
Yeah.
be, oh no, it's just a friend and all that. And your friend, yeah, definitely gonna be, I'm all here, it's fine. Anytime you want to talk, I'm always here.
You
No,
see?
you shouldn't be.
You should.
You
And
shouldn't be allowing yourself to be in that space, because one thing is gonna lead to the
another.
other.
And
I'm
that could
talking
have
from experience. Yeah,
that could have been avoided from walking away from the situation.
that's
And
right.
another thing that I believe that most women do is that they run as men, they walk away,
Please,
women, they
silent
silent.
treatment.
Some women, they're so confined in their mothers or like the parents, like anything that happens, mom, you pick up your phone, mom, he's doing this, mom, he's doing that. You are painting a bad picture
Of your
of your
partner.
partner to your parents or your mom, because
Yes.
when you guys come back to each other and everything is good,
Yes.
then they still have that talk, that mentality that you gave to them. I'm
Yes.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Like they still have that picture or the way they look at your partner. And
Yeah.
that time you already, I'm sorry, that time you already done
Yeah.
with that.
Right. Right. You could switch it
Yeah,
off.
let me just
Yeah.
switch off.
So I like that point that you raise,
Yeah.
and it's not only women who does that. Also, you find men. I'm speaking to you. If you're a man out there, you need to have this self control when it
Yes.
comes to you putting yourself out there. You would only put yourself out there when you know whatever that you need to have done as an individual, as a party to the marriage, or collectively, is not working anymore. Then that's when you now seek the help of, it could be like your pastor, like your spiritual mentor,
Mentor.
or in our case, we being a coach, speak to someone or speak to people who have actually walked in the path that you want to walk in. So you were mentioning that you find women doing that,
Yes.
and the consequences are really,
Yes,
yeah.
because now you are letting your parents like to be in your relationship,
Yes.
and for them to be determining what's going on, do this, do that. But remember, they are having their own relationship.
Right.
This is your parents. They have their own marriages.
Yes.
But now you must find a way of building your own.
That's right.
Sometimes it might be like, it's not like everybody prays that, oh, their relationship, they break up. There are still women that are raising their kids by themselves.
That's right.
And still help their children when they get married in their marriage. It doesn't mean that if their marriage didn't work, then yours will not work too.
Yeah.
Because I tend to hear women saying, oh, my parents, they broke up. Oh, I think me too, because you can't take the heat.
Yeah.
As you go and talk to, I'm not saying don't talk to your parents, but don't go there to portray your partner as a bad person.
In a
You
bad
can go
light.
and
Yes.
ask an advice
For
in a way.
advice.
Even though parents will be like, "Are you okay? Why are you asking this?" No, don't put it out there that this is
What
the
I'm going
whole
through.
through, or
Yeah.
he's doing this to me, or
Yeah.
yesterday we had misunderstanding, he left and all that, because now you are degrading your partner in front of your parents.
Absolutely. And talking about degrading, there is a seed that you're sowing unknowingly into those who you're talking to, that they begin to have that, form of hatred, towards a person.
Exactly.
That while it is very easy for you to go back, reconcile with your partner, they are still hurt.
Yes.
Remember, the third parties that you're speaking to are actually not there while you guys are trying to resolve your issues. But now you've sown that seed into their hearts, and
Yes.
they're dealing with this. Whenever they see your partner, they're going to look him with a high, like,
And at that time, you guys, you resolve your problems, everything is good. And now,
yes,
look at this. Now you go back, "Oh, mama, he did this. Oh, daddy, he do this." They'll be like, "This one, we
yeah,
don't know what he's going to do next. Or why is he doing good now?" And,
we don't trust
because the
him.
thing is
We
that
don't trust her.
when we go and complain, when things are good, we don't tend to go back, say, "Oh, now we are good."
Right.
But the thing is that don't even take your marriage or your relationship out there,
Yes.
you know?
And I really want to say this. Just one exception where you really have to be like, okay, I really want to do this now. If you find yourself involved in a relationship, in a marriage where the partner is physically abusive, you
Yes.
need to speak
Yes.
right away. And not just physically abusive, even mentally, abusive. Because there are some ways where I remember me walking away from you, not wanting to talk, brings
Yeah.
a lot of mental, derangement, or I don't know what better word to use to you,
Yeah.
because you want to talk now.
Yeah.
And if I don't
It's
want to
like
talk,
you are
if I'm walking
depriving me
away,
of that.
yes, you boiling inside, you going mad. You're like, I want to
Exactly.
talk, like what? And the moment I step or walk out of the house, you're gonna be thinking lots of things. Where is he now? Where did he go to? Is he speaking to another woman? And at the same time, even though you guys were like in the quarrel, I hope he's okay. He's not back. Is this late? All of
Yeah.
those things
Yeah.
is very mental. So those two exceptions, you need to speak to
Out
someone.
to
It's
someone.
very,
Yes.
very important, because the enemy has a way, that craftiness of coming into
Yeah.
marriages and,
Yeah.
bringing your heads
Because
together and making you guys,
exactly.
do, the opposite of
Of what?
what God wants us to do. So in this, you wanted to say
No,
something?
no, 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 no. I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So in this episode, we've actually shared with you about the importance of effective communication. For you to have that healthy relationship, you need to communicate effectively,
Yes.
as designed by God, as ordained by God. You, as the man, you leading by example. Don't walk away from issues, but speak about the issues
Amen.
with your partner, so that you guys can live that true relationship, that way that you really want to live, you want a marriage to be like. It's not just you having to be in a space of not knowing. You have to know the kind of way your relationship wants to look like, and you need to speak about this. And it's a daily thing, So on Married and Committed podcast, these are the kind of issues that we're going to be bringing, talking about them with you,
Yes.
and making sure you remain committed
Yes.
to your marriage.
That's what the devil doesn't want.
Absolutely.
The devil doesn't want anybody to be committed in this marriage.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
So I hope this has been a blessing to you. Like I said from the beginning of the episode, we're going to be giving you these secrets. Oh, why do I keep calling them secrets? Because I already gave them out to you guys. So we're going to be giving you these tips. So on this episode, it was about having an effective communication to build and strengthen your marriages. So till next time, we'll look forward to hearing from you or to hearing the reviews that you're going to put out there. On our next episode, we're going to be talking about a very important one also. There's been a lot of controversies surrounding this one, on the side of the women. I know, So we're going to be talking on the next episode about respect.
Respect, yes.
Respect. I feel we could dive into that one, but no, we're going to save it for the next episode. Yeah. So thank you for joining us, and we signing out. My name is Tunde Olanipekun, and I have my wife here, Masutori. And till the next episode, catch ya.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Good one.